to those that feel behind in life. I used to be that guy too. I remember there was a time in my life where I would play video games of like upwards of 16 hours a day. Literally just wake up first thing in the morning, open up Destiny 2 and grind away for like 16 hours that day until like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. The sun's starting to rise. Going to sleep, waking up at 10, 11 a.m., just repeating the cycle over and over again. Terrible mental health. Not going doing anything that's physically active or challenging me in any way. The only challenge I was having was completing the harder and harder levels in the video games I would play. Not making any progress towards any goals that I didn't even have. I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life. I would look at all my friends around me. They'd be getting jobs, they would be doing well, getting nice grades, completing their units in university. I would just feel so behind in life. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to move forward, and I didn't even realize that I could change my life, which was the biggest thing that held me back. I didn't even realize that I could change my life. It was a limiting belief that I had that you probably have as well if you're feeling behind in life. The reason you don't push forward in life is, of course, you don't put in the effort, you don't take action, of course. But a big thing that I see a lot of people doing that were in the same position that I used to be in was that you have this limiting belief that you can't change your life, that you are almost destined to continue the path that you're on. The thing about limiting beliefs is that you have them, but you don't even realize you have them until they're challenged. It's as if you see the color red, right? Your whole life you see, oh, that's the color red. And then all of a sudden, everyone around you starts telling you, no, that's not red, that's blue. And you're thinking, well, no, it's red. That's what I was taught. That's how I live my life. How can that be blue? But then everyone around you tells you, no, that's blue. Limiting beliefs work in the way that it's the way you see everything. It's not as if it's a religious belief or it's a belief about a certain politic group. It's the belief of the way you see everything. It's the telescope you see the world in. You don't really question the telescope, right? Because the way you see the world is it's just the way you see the world. Of course, that's the color red. You don't even believe, you don't even think about questioning that that's the color red until someone else tells you that's the color blue. That's how limiting beliefs work. I never even questioned the reality that I can change my life. I just blindly accepted that I am destined to go down this mundane path and I have to just let my dreams die and I can't do anything about it. I didn't even question the fact or even begin to think that maybe if I do the right things, I can change my life. It just wasn't a possibility at all. Your mind is so powerful and your mind can hold itself back. How messed up is that? Think about that. All the money that you want, all the status you want from other people, the dream girl that you want, the dream life you want to build for yourself, all the money you want to have in your bank account with the 8 and 9 digits. All of that is being held back by your own mind telling you that no, you can't achieve that. You're too short. You can't achieve that. You're too late. You can't achieve that. You're too young. All of that is through your own mind bullshitting itself. Because what is the reality? The reality is that, of course, I'm speaking for myself here. I want to be rich one day. I want to have my dream life one day. And sometimes I'll have these limiting beliefs that maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I can't do it. Well, have there been other people in my position that have done it? Of course there have been. There have been hundreds of people. So why can't I do it as well? If I do the same things that they did, put in the same inputs, I should get the same outputs. So it's all a limiting belief. It's all a fugazi in my own mind. And I have to just destroy that limiting belief because that limiting belief literally holds you back, especially if you start to make progress. I remember when I started to make progress in the gym in the very beginning of, my self-improvement journey. I didn't want to be skinny fat anymore and I wanted to gain some muscle. I wanted to finally be strong, just like all my strong uncles around me and my strong dad. And when I would get consistent in the gym, I would suddenly stop going. Whenever I started to make progress, I just suddenly would completely stop the habit and go back to my video games. And that was a form of self sabotage where I believed, even though I really wanted to gain muscle, even though I really wanted to gain size, I self consciously, without me even realizing it, had the self limiting belief that I can't gain muscle and that I can't get strong. And when my actions started to reflect a different reality from what my mind believed, I self sabotaged. I completely dropped my consistency, my discipline went completely out the door. And I went back to my video games, the comfortable reality that my brain thought I was meant to have. Your limiting beliefs will make and break you. You have to break them. You have to realize and question every single thing you think about yourself. Every time you say, I can't do that. Every time you doubt yourself that, oh, I'm not strong enough to do that. Or whatever it is that you question yourself about. You have to sit back and realize first off that you even thought that. Because a lot of the times, you don't even question when you doubt yourself. You just kind of do it. And you don't even think twice about it. You're trying to go for a run and you haven't done a run in like 5 years because you're lazy, and your friend challenges you to a run, like 100-meter sprint, as like, a boys challenge, and you tell yourself, oh, I can't run, I haven't run in 5 years. You pause and you tell yourself, why can't I do that? Why can't I run? You question the limiting belief that you have. You have to first realize you're having the limiting belief, and then you question it. And of course, I haven't run in 5 years, and if I go to do a 100-meter sprint, I'm going to be pretty crap at it. Of course I am. That's just natural, but doesn't mean that I can't do it. No, I can of course still do it. My point being that you have to question limiting beliefs that you have, but also you have to even realize you're having them in the first place so that you can destroy them. As many limiting beliefs you can destroy, I feel like every single limiting belief that I have destroyed in my life has gone me just that one step closer to living and fulfilling the dream life that I have planned for myself. So you should do the same for yourself, because limiting beliefs, they are retarded.